Well, a happy Tuesday to you. The Seahawks have hired Klint Kubiak as their new offensive coordinator. Kubiak spent last season as the OC in New Orleans. Prior to that, he was the offensive coordinator in Minnesota and Denver. The son of former NFL quarterback and head coach Gary Kubiak, Klint played safety at Colorado State before beginning his coaching career at Texas A&M back in 2010. Well, the Seattle Kraken couldn't hold two separate leads on the road last night, falling to Edmonton 4-2. Eeli Tolvanen scored the game's first goal to give Seattle an early lead. After the Oilers tied it, Vince Dunn put the Kraken up 2-1. Edmonton, however, came back for the 4-2 victory.
Into the far side as she'll look back up top. That pass got knocked away by Shane Wright. Here come the Kraken. Hayden stays onside. Shane Wright looks in front to Hayden. That pass behind him. Rebound picked up. Tolvanen scores! E.T. phones home, and the Seattle Kraken take a 1-0 lead with 16:23 to play in the first. And Pickard sweeps it aside. Now Burakovsky trying to send a backhand to Stevenson. Oilers take over. Edmonton back in. Nugent Hopkins to the slot. Zips it across. On the left wing side, a shot. That one deflects in, and they score. Connor Brown from the left circle. Decord got most of it. But it ends up in the back of the net. Connor Brown snapping a 10-game point drought. And Matty Beniers will send it out. Kakko enters for the Kraken. Off the end wall, Bouchard leaving it there. Beniers. Here's Vince Dunn. Settles, shoots, scores! Vince Dunn from just inside the blue line. Rips one on. May have gone off someone or something in front, but the Kraken go back in front. It's 2-1 Seattle. Here's Vince Dunn off the tap from McCann. Near side, Stevenson. Chandler Stevenson to Dunn. Shoots. That one knocked down in front. Loose puck behind Pickard. Oilers find it and will send it up the ice. And the rebound was right there, but Montour was going the opposite direction. Now the Oilers out to center. Long lead pass. Here's Kapanen walking in for a shot. Turned aside by Joey Decord. Pass deflected up to Montour. He'll send it down for Beniers. Intercepted by Ekholm. And out to Draisaitl. He's got McDavid. He'll walk in. McDavid shot turned aside by Decord. And McDavid finishes off the rebound. He scores.
Just dump and change and then go out, and it just kind of gets infectious that way. Yeah. So start making a couple of those quick 5-6 foot passes on the tape, and it'll go back your way.
Here's Beniers to Schwartz in the slot right on, and Pickard turned aside. Seattle carries it out. Here comes Burakovsky, enters the zone, puts on the brakes and slows things down. Burakovsky, right circle, shot turned away by Calvin Pickard, and the loose puck picked up. Now a long lead pass ahead, down the slot. There's Perry. He scores. Kraken keep the puck in the defensive zone. Hyman tried to clear, kept onside. Montour rifles a shot wide of the goal. Bjorkstrand into the corner. 1 minute to go. Down the stretch they come, but the Oilers send the puck up the ice, and they score into the empty net. Matty Beniers enters the zone. Knocked down off his stick. The Kraken falling 4-2 here in Edmonton. Back home tomorrow night.
As mentioned, Seattle's back on home ice tonight against the Anaheim Ducks at 7 o'clock. Game will be broadcast on Kong TV. Gonzaga Bulldogs are back in action at West Coast Conference play tonight. The Bulldogs host Oregon State at McCarthy Athletic Center. That game at 8 o'clock, and it's actually on national TV on ESPN2. The Wenatchee Wild play their last home game for quite a while tonight. The Medicine Hat Tigers are in town for a game at the Town Toyota Center. Austin Draude dropped by Wake Up Wenatchee Valley this morning to preview the game. He said Medicine Hat has made quite a few acquisitions to bolster their roster. In fact, they come in on a 9-game winning streak.
Made a couple of acquisitions at the trade deadline, so now they're up to 8 NHL draft picks on their roster, plus Gavin McKenna, who is projected to be the #1 pick in the 2026 draft by a lot of folks. So it's a high talent group from top to bottom right now. Their depth is probably one of the biggest strengths they have, and they've got a good balance. They've got talent at all positions, including a goaltender who's been drafted by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and is on a lot of radars right now.
Following tonight's game, Wenatchee hits the road for an epic 2-state, 3-province, 2-country road trip that encompasses 2,663 miles to face 7 opponents in a matter of 12 days. That's a lot of time on a bus, says Austin Draude.
It's a chance for the guys to come together a bit and get together a little bit more than just playing hockey and hanging out away from the rink. I mean, this group is going to be together on a bus in the hotel for 9-10 days at a stretch, and we're playing some teams that the Central Division has really built itself up. A lot of teams in the Central Division are going for it right now. East Division has fallen back a bit with Central Division climbing the way they have. So we've got some games that I think this group expects to win when we go on the road, and I think it's a stretch that could really, like you said, could tell exactly where this group is at. Certainly some winnable games against some very tough opponents, but it's a road trip that we're looking forward to, and we expect to do pretty well on.
Wenatchee and Medicine Hat drop the puck at 6 o'clock. Go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com if you want some tickets. There were a couple of boys basketball games on Monday in Prep Region. The Billy Goats of Pateros knocked off Easton easily by a final of 65-33. Thorpe topped Garden City Academy 48-38. A busy schedule tonight gets underway with the Freda at Othello. Quincy's into Ellensburg. The Kashmir girls visit Natchez Valley. Rest of the girls' schedule starts at 6 with Chelan at Okanagan. Bridgeport hosts Cascade, Brewsters at Tenasket, Manson hosts Liberty Bell, Pateros plays at Entiat. It's the game of the hyphens in Waterville as the Waterville Mansfield Shockers host the Elmira Cooley Heartline Warriors. Soap Lake heads south to face Moses Lake Christian. The boys' schedule exactly the same with just later start times. Freda and Quincy tip on the road at 7. Kashmir's game starts at 7:15. Rest of the lineup tonight starts at 7:30. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.